Voice of the Cage.
We have reached the main event of the evening.
This is Voice of the Cage Radio with Patrick Stanger. Fighters, trainers, promoters, events, rumors. If it has to do with MMA, we're talking about it.
This is Carlos Condit, and you're listening to Voice of the Cage with Patrick Stanger.
Hey, this is Chuck Liddell. You're listening to Voice of the Cage, Patrick Stanger.
Hey, it's your boy Sigma Shot. You listen to Voice of the Cage with Patrick Stanger.
Hey, this is Mike Goldberg, voice of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, and you are listening to Voice of the Cage with my good friend Patrick Stanger. Here we go.
On the phone right now, I have UFC middleweights Chael Sonnen and Michael Bisping on the phone at the same time.
Morning, buddy. You sure got us. What a lucky day for you and the listeners.
Absolutely is a lucky day. I must have won the lottery.
The lottery is nothing compared to this, my man. 400 million when you could have me and Chael.
Hey, let's get right to it. This fight is taking place as the co-main event Saturday night, January 28th in Chicago, live on Fox. Now, this is the first official Fox UFC fight, but the second. This is going to be 3 fights on this Fox show. Now, Chael, I got a question. The last we spoke was UFC 136. You said you were defending your title against Brian Stann. Are you still defending your title? Where are we with that?
Oh, yeah, brother. I'm still the champion, true champion, real champion, and this will be my second title defense. Did we mention this at 8 p.m. in the East on Fox? Did we mention that? Yes.
I did not quite catch that.
Well, let's make sure you're holding up your end of the deal, brother. 8 p.m. on Fox.
Straight to business as usual. Michael Bisping, question for you. How do you feel about this?
I feel like I should just reiterate that. 8 p.m. on Fox. Just simply.
So is that what it is? Did you say 8, and is that in the East?
I have no idea, but it's on Fox TV. This is Michael Bisping. How you doing?
You guys are hijacking my interview. You realize that? I know that's part of the stick. Michael, weren't you a DJ at one time or something?
Yes, I was a DJ when I was younger. In fact, I still do a little bit of that now. I do take bookings there just to do something that's nothing to do with fighting. When I was younger, I was obsessed with martial arts from 8 years old, and then I fell in love with music and started DJing around various clubs and whatnot, and stopped training for a little bit, and then in my early 20s I went back to training and stopped DJing. Although I was able to DJ at the weekends and train all week, that's how I was able to train and finance my family. But as I've grown older, I've got back into it recently because my life is just completely all-encompassing, this sport of mixed martial arts. It's all I ever do. It's all people talk to me about. It's all I look at on the internet. Nothing else gets a look. And so I started DJing again just recently at some clubs, just to do something, a new crowd of people, and nothing to do with fighting. But that said, fighting is my life. And this Saturday night, Fox TV, I'm fighting Chael Sonnen for Chael's world title.
Oh, okay. So you're
to be honest, my brother.
Yeah, come on.
You guys crack me up. All right. Okay, Michael, you recently said on an Inside MMA interview.
Yes. I know it.
About Chael Sonnen, and he has one testicle. I had a bunch of people on my Facebook page asking me about that, wanting me to ask you how you know that he has one testicle. This is the first I've heard of it, too.
Well, I have no idea. I certainly haven't shared a bed with the guy, and I certainly haven't looked at his balls. But you've got to believe everything you read on the internet, of course.
I also heard that Chael was working with a WWE guy on his personality and how to hype a fight. Chael, is that true? Where do these rumors come from?
I don't know. It's not the first I've heard it, but, listen, I don't get into that stuff, man. I don't hype personalities. I'm not in on the business end of this. I get a flat fee either way. Whether people tune in or they don't tune in, I got to go out and do the same job. I don't hype fights. I don't try to sell them. It is more fun when people tune in, so I like to get the time and date out there as best I can. But no, I don't work with anybody. I don't have the questions handed to me ahead of time. And if I had somebody at the WWE writing those size checks that was into my personality, you probably wouldn't see me this Saturday.
Who's going to win this fight, Evans or Davis?
Well, of course. I've got to go with Evans. I think it's a great matchup. I think Davis is a great talent and he's going to have a great future in the sport and all those nice things. But ultimately, I think Richard has been fighting the tougher competition for longer. He's been around the sport. He's been main event many times. There's a possibility that perhaps Davis might get caught in the spotlight a little bit. And, I'm going to go with Rashad by decision.
Do you have an opinion, Chael?
Well, in this sport, anything can happen, as we all know.
Yeah, Phil's undefeated. Nobody's been able to beat him yet, but he's still sharpening his skills. He's still very new, and Rashad is so seasoned, so many title fights, so many world champions, current past that he's taken on, so many main events, so many 5-round fights. Everything leads to Rashad Evans, but Phil's never been beat, man. Nobody solved that puzzle yet. I'm really excited for the match. All that nice stuff you're supposed to say. If I had to take a pick, I think you got to lean towards Rashad.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting matchup for sure. Obviously, the co-main event with you guys happening on Fox at 8 o'clock this Saturday night, January 28th. There's a lot of people looking forward to this matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people in the media and on the internet, are saying that this is their main event, and that's really nice that people feel that way. But ultimately, it's going to be one hell of a fight. I'm under no illusions. Chael Sonnen's a tough character. He's a great competitor, fantastic, accomplished wrestler, and he comes and he knows how to win fights. He beats people up. I'm the same way. I've had 25 professional fights. I've only been stopped once in my entire career. I've been in the UFC for 6 years, and I fight. I fight with all my heart. I put everything. I put my heart and soul into it, and I leave it all in the octagon. I know he's going to do the same thing. Am I going to win? Fingers crossed, I hope so, but I'm going to go out there and you'll have to kill me to stop me in that octagon. And I know Chael's the same way. So Saturday night, tune in, Fox TV. You're going to see definitely fight of the night, if not fight of the year. I'm excited. I can't wait.
The bottom line on this is you got two guys that are going to fight, Dana White wanted the big fight for this show, and he went out and found it. The president of Fox wanted to pull out the stops. They wanted everybody on the roster, everybody in the industry. They went through everybody, and they came up with me and Michael to headline this show. And you can call the main event whoever you want, but the ones that sold the tickets, the ones that are selling the show, the ones that people are tuning in for, the ones that are moving the merchandise, and the ones that are on the radio right now, the real draw is the Count versus Sonnen, and it's going down Saturday night. Watch it if you want, miss it if you want, but it's going to be part of history.
Thanks for joining me today, guys. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Hey, this is Junior Dos Santos, and you listen Voice of the Cage.
Hey, this is Kenny Florian, and you're listening to Voice of the Cage with Patrick Stanger.
Thanks for listening to Voice of the Cage Radio. Email questions, inquiries, and other business to info@voiceofthecage.com. Facebook search Voice of the Cage and like to get the latest Voice of the Cage radio show. To book Patrick Stanger at your next fight promotion, visit voiceofthecage.com.